Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Gay Replay Dragon Age Inquisition. In our last episode, we finished Champions of Just, which is the Side with Templars quest. And I wanted to take some time to walk around Haven and see how people feel about us recruiting the Templars instead of recruiting the mages.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your Illyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics.
Yes.
We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Hey, Joe.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
All that lyrium for the Templars instead of for the
Ambassador?
mages.
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's Templars.
Right.
According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
And he doesn't care.
Oh.
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge.
Nah.
Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
It's needed more than ever. It's been this way for years.
The Chantry couldn't solve its own problems when it had a divine.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
And the start of many fights.
Are you sure? Families often fight the hardest.
Having grown up among four siblings, I concede your point.
Oh.
I found, however, that the only time two parties cannot negotiate is when they cease to speak.
He'll agree
We
with
must
that.
learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
You sound too good to be true.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Elysian politics, Lady Montillier?
Well, that is, really, you give me too much credit.
Hubba hubba.
While you're here, I do have a question. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I think this is pretty easy. I don't claim to be holy. That's private. I don't know that Andraste. How will you?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
That's private. I don't know. I don't claim to be holy. That's such a. I don't claim to be holy. I don't claim to be holy at all.
I'll tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day.
Pretty much the same thing Art said, I think. I think Art said the exact same thing. But I think that's what Andy would have said too. Turn in research. Got a lot of research.
What may I do for you?
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Lady Drummond promised a visit. She has useful resources if we can get her to set aside her games.
What are her politics?
Oh, no, I meant actual games. Chess, cards, dice, little boards with carved idols from the winter. She made me play that with her for 8 hours once.
Wow.
Steer her towards cards, if she insists on a match.
Thank you, Joe. Hey, Maeve.
Hello? Can I help you with something?
No, I think I'm good. I'm good.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
Question is, where is Cole? I can find him on the map, I'm sure. I haven't looked at all these yet. I need to make sure I look at these. Cole is Josephine, Vivienne, Solis, Sarah, Liliana, Varric. Cole. Cole is over there. Right. Let's go ahead and chat with Cole first, because he's new and I want to make sure that he feels welcome. I'll chat with Varric and everybody else in a moment. I'm sure Colin must be very happy that we sided with the Templars. Hey, Cole.
You took in the Templars but made them yours. They won't make the same mistake. It's dangerous when too many men in the same armor think they're right.
Yeah, that's true.
It's already getting louder.
I'm not sure what you are. This is hurting my head. Oh, what is?
What's going to be loud?
I don't know, but there are echoes rushing back across us, ripples in a pond from a stone, but backward. But first, you seal it. I hope it hurts less. I'll help if I can, but I don't always say it right.
Try to act normally. You're fine as you are. You're fine as you are, buddy. Andy really likes Cole a lot. I think they're actually bonding pretty quickly, about as quickly as he was bonding with Iron Bull.
You helped me at the Seeker Fortress. Say it however you like.
I helped. It's good to hear. I will try.
I'd like to talk with you about Templars.
They're heavy with forgotten songs, like Varric. Some of them are too loud. It's hard to stay near them. Cullen is softer, but demons asked questions that hurt him. Evangeline was kinder.
Oh, Evangeline.
I want to explain, but Reese's mother spoke to spirits, but not to him. Then she died for a Templar he loved. Words just bounce off the edges.
I miss those too. I love that story.
Can you tell me more about how the Templars feel to you?
They feel older than they look. They've been changed, and their bodies are incomplete now. The lyrium helps, but their bodies always want to connect to something older.
Right.
Bigger than they
Older,
are.
the elder one.
That's why they block magic. They reach for that other thing, and magic has no room to come in.
Makes sense.
Varric feels like that. So do you. Except your mark pulls you up.
Right, because I'm a dwarf. But I'm a dwarf, except my mark pulls me up, and I can cast magic as a dwarf.
What's your general opinion of Templars?
Some like hurting mages. It makes them happy, or less afraid, or dreams again. Woke up shaking, stalking the ground for one who looks like her. Always some rule being broken. But not all Templars listen when whispers crawl around inside them. They try to protect people, like Cullen. The good ones remember that mages are people.
Can you tell me more about how the Red Templars are different?
The red lyrium is different, darker, daggers under the skin. It eats you inside until you're nothing. They hear a different song. The song behind the door old whispers want opened. They are dead and dark and done.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
Well, I'm not done. I want to talk to you about your other thing.
Never trust half an elf.
Half an elf? Okay.
I'd like to talk with you about the Inquisition.
I don't understand it. People talk like it's a person, but it's not even a thing. A dagger can be a way to let pain out, but even if it isn't, it's still a dagger. The Inquisition isn't real unless it has something real to make it. It's like a spirit.
I guess you could put it that way.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know? Stomach full of mantras, she burns like a beacon, faith aflame to bring succor for a seeker.
Okay, Cole.
Probably.
Doesn't seem like Cole had nearly as much to say as Dorian did, but that's okay. It's alright, buddy. Andy still loves you like a brother. I think all of my Inquisitors want to adopt Cole as their younger brother. All of them do.
Cole, or whatever he calls himself, may have helped at Therenfall, but that doesn't mean we should trust him.
I trust him.
I will vouch for Cole's character. Give him a chance.
I'd rather he keep away from me. I
Aw.
suppose my concerns can wait. We must focus on the breach. The Templars are making final preparations. After what happened with the Lord Seeker, they're eager to prove themselves.
After what I went through to get them, they'd better be.
What happened at Theronfall was appalling. To have a demon manipulate your mind.
Yeah, it wasn't
Takes
that
a strong
comfortable.
person to walk away from that. It's good to see you well.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Alright, see ya,
That's all
Colin.
for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Andy's glad to see that you're not dead. Oh. It's cutscene with Cassandra.
Something must be done, immediately.
Nothing will be done.
Commander Cullen said the same thing. It's an outrage. There are mages here we know are guilty of heinous crimes. You would let that pass?
Yes, as will you. This is the Inquisition, and you are not guests here.
Wow.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Wow. Andy kind of respects Cassandra for that now all of a sudden. Wow, Cassandra.
It never ends, evidently.
That's the truth.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The Templars are too accustomed to having their way. They need to learn. It's your doing, after all. You're the one who conscripted them.
I did my best.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I?
Oh.
I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Oh. Wow, that might be the turning point between these two. Because first, he actually, as much as they rubbed against each other, like they butted heads a bit at the beginning, Andy does respect Cassandra. He does respect her, especially with what, you know, with her sticking to her guns like that. So they may not believe in the same things, but he still respects her as a person. I don't think that was ever any doubt. And the fact that she's actually apologizing to him kind of is like, wait, what? Run? What?
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now.
Aw.
Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Alright. Maybe it's gonna take a little bit more time. But they're starting to. I like watching. See, these are the kind of things that I like. I like to see how different Inquisitor personalities, how they interact and end up befriending or not befriending certain people. And it looks like the development between Cassandra and Andy is gonna be a really interesting one.
Go on, then.
I guess I got nothing else to say.
That's enough for now.
As you wish.
Alright. Krem, can I talk to you again? Because you kind of turned yourself off before.
We got the Templars on our side. Glad to hear it. I'll keep the charges at a respectful distance. Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
Oh no, not at all.
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The chief. Last time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Canary spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee to Vinter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it.
Right.
Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
That's how he lost the eye.
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big horned idiot. Didn't even know me.
Is it strange to work for Kunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasroth, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
I think that Andy is really starting to gain more and more appreciation for Iron Bull, especially after Krem told him the story of how they first met. That Iron Bull essentially sacrificed an eye for someone that he didn't know. Andy kind of is intrigued by that.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eyes.
See, this is again.
It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, being so upfront with his men. I don't know how upfront Andy tends to really be about things like that, if he was a Ben Hathran or a spy. But he kind of respects IB for that. It's really cool. Like, Krem is essentially being Iron Bull's wingman right now for Andy. That's kind of cool. That's pretty funny, actually.
Demons. It had to be demons. Getting into your head. Messing around.
It's alright, IB. I'll protect you.
If you're nervous about demons, I can protect you.
The little small...
Blade pretty much protects me.
Perhaps I can do things your blade can't.
Oh!
I don't know. It has blood grooves. Well, technically, it's the fuller, but blood grooves sound so much more violent.
Goes right over his head.
Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Looking at the difference in the height of these two, Iron Bull is like towering over Andy, and Andy's like, I'll protect you. I can protect you. And he said it with confidence. Oh, Andy, that's why I love you. Say that with confidence. Right in the eye. Right up there in his eye, and be like, yeah, I can protect you. No problem.
I've been meaning to thank you.
For what?
There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
It was on the way. It helps our cause. It was a good cause. No, Andy's not going to be a jerk. It was a good cause.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision to join you.
I'm just hiding the bad.
Liliana makes sure my sordid secrets never come to light.
Well then, I won't pry. I prefer to go on believing only good things about you.
Again, all the little things that Blackwall says, knowing what we know. Oh.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
You already know what I think of your forces. I'm not sure what else there is to say.
Snarky, alright. Alright, that's enough.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
I thought we were getting along, Wally. Why do you sound like you still have a little bit of contempt about me? I don't understand.
Travel safely.
I just want you to love me. It's okay. Iron Bull will love me. He can hold me. Krem as his wingman. Alright. Let's go chat with Varric. Varric and then Solus, or Varric and then Leon and Solus.
The Templars joined the Inquisition. Even with Cullen here, I never thought that would happen. Of course, after Kirkwall, I never thought anyone would use red lyrium on purpose either. The Templars should know better than anyone what that shit does to people. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
One thing that you guys need to know is that for this specific Theta state through the Dragon Age Keep, unlike in Art's Art State Estate. In Art State Estate, Hawk sided with the mages. In this State Estate, Hawk sided with the Templars. What's interesting about that is that whether you side with the Templars or the mages in the Inquisition, that dictates how Varric approves or disapproves of which side you sided with. So if Hawk ended up siding with the mages, then Varric in Inquisition will approve of your Inquisitor if he or she sides with the mages, and disapproves if he or she sides with the Templars, and vice versa. If Hawk ended up siding with the Templars, then Varric will approve of an Inquisitor who sides with the Templars, but not of the mages. So I think that's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool that they made that matter. His approval rating mattered that much.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
I'd like to keep hoping it's a coincidence, if you don't mind. I need to be able to sleep at night.
Honestly, I think I'll give up sleeping for the foreseeable future.
Varric.
I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Catch my breath, have a party, anything but celebrate. Plan for what's next. Catch my breath.
I was planning to put my feet up, maybe grab a nap. You?
Whatever I do, it'll be as far from Cassandra as I can get. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Thanks, Varric. Thanks, buddy. I like you, Varric. Us dwarves, we gotta stick together.
Need something?
Alright, never mind.
Carry on.
Alright, Solus. And then... Oh, Sarah. Sarah have anything to say about...
You see that new elf?
Templars filling up the place.
Sarah?
Best of the polished helms come to save us.
Keep them leashed good,
mean
right?
anything by it.
Useful bunch,
It's
but
good
all
to
I
see us
hear is
all
they don't
coming
do what they're
together
told.
to serve the Maker.
Do you like Templars? Are not the best tools for the job.
Whatever you think, they're the best hammer for this particular nail.
Well, watch your thumbs, because a Templar might slip, or... You want about anything else?
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again, with your people. Right, which ones?
Cole. I know you don't like him.
I'm not saying nothing about that. That thing is just wrong.
Yeah, I'm alright. Well, I like him, Sarah, so too bad. Too bad.
We'll talk later.
It's good, right? I'll be here.
Alright.
When there was no sky, you were the sky.
Solus. Solus, where are you at? There you are.
So the Templars will put their powers to use, sealing the breach. Any group corrupted by a demon must be watched carefully. At least they know how to fight.
We can't afford to be picky about our allies.
Point taken. Just remember, an enemy can attack, but only an ally can betray you. Betrayal is always worse. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
True.
And now again with the Templars.
True.
A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Noted.
As I explored the Fade, I felt the presence of an intriguing artifact in the hinterlands. If you are willing, I would like to locate it. I have marked its location as best I could determine.
Sure. Oh yeah, I need to do that.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Measuring the veil. I need to make sure I do that. Which is fine, because I think I need to get more power before I can move on to In Your Heart Shall Burn. Everybody's favorite mission in this game. Mine too, actually.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment.
Yes.
I am, however, glad that he is with us. even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Wally must be really good if he was able to fool Liliana this entire time.
I'll leave you to your work.
Must be really solid, because it's really hard to put one over on Liliana, I would imagine.
The Templars will be an asset to this Inquisition. It's a shame we couldn't also get the mages on our side.
Anything I should know?
Having the Templars join the Inquisition has done wonders for our reputation.
Perfect.
The people trust the Templars, and now they trust us.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
Alright. Let's make sure we also chat with Mother Giselle, too, before we close.
I don't know. I understand you were instrumental in garnering the
Mother.
of the Templar. It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
Hate to break it to you, Mother, but...
It would be difficult for us to do worse.
Harshly spoken, but difficult to deny. In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals.
Fair enough.
Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
Right. Can I help with anything?
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
Alright, I'll do that.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
So, I'm gonna spend some time, guys, getting some new power. And... yeah, getting more power so that we can move on to the next part of the story. So, in our next episode, we're gonna start In Your Heart Shall Burn. This time with Andy Kadash. So, I'm excited for that. Let's go ahead and level him up really quickly. Because I want to go to this tree, because I really want throwing blades as soon as possible. Awesome. Okay, guys, so I will see you in the next episode where we will continue and start with the next giant, epic story quest, In Your Heart Shall Burn. Tune in next time, everybody, and until then, love yourselves and love each other.